Hey everyone, welcome back to another Technique Tuesday. Today we are going to cover overhead mobility, or the overhead position. This is the position with a clean and jerk, a push press, or an overhead squat where the barbell ends up over your head. And today we're going to check simple tests you can do to see where your overhead mobility is at, and then a couple things you can do to help improve that overhead mobility or get into a better overhead position. First, with the test, I like a PVC pipe, but you can use a broom handle or just anything that's kind of unweighted and relatively straight. So you're gonna take PVC pipe, keeping my back up against the wall, sitting with my legs out in front of me, and I'm going to try and bring my hands back to touch the wall. I don't want to arch my back and kind of flare my ribs here. I really want to see if I can keep those ribs down, keep that back flat against the wall. Try not to arch the neck as you come up, but really keep that head back, and then try and touch the wall. Make sure the elbows are locked out. So they're not bent here, but locked out straight. And I have my hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width, but another test you can do is to bring your hands in just outside your hips, and then same thing, see if you can get straight overhead. You can see the difference. Most of the time when we catch things in like a jerk or a press or an overhead squat, our hands are a little bit wider, but a good test for shoulder mobility is just outside the hips. And I've got a little work to do here. So, something that can be done fairly quickly to help improve this overhead position. A lot of times our middle back will get locked up, and so I like to go through just hand on the back of the head, rock down and rock back. And normally I would do about 10 to 15 on each side, but we'll just do a few here for demonstration. And then after you get done with those, grab your PVC pipe again and retest that mobility. We get a little bit further there, get my hand against the wall. Why this is important is if we don't have a good overhead mobility or overhead position, we're going to find a way to compensate during those lifts or during those movements, and that's where we often see a lot of back, shoulder, neck, even elbow injuries kind of occur, is when we get that compensation pattern. So really focusing on improving that overhead mobility is key to improving the safety and effectiveness of these lifts. If you have questions about this, you can contact our office at info@freedomptandwellness.com, or you can head over to our website, freedomptandwellness.com, and we have a couple buttons that you can schedule talk with a physical therapist. Hope you all found this helpful, and we will see you next week for another Technique Tuesday.